But they're going to try to present an alien threat from outer space to unite the world in sort of this totalitarian power grab. Well, the only way you can do that is to have a propaganda machine that's been running for decades.
During his time in the program, Elizondo says he learned about an ultra-secret government legacy program that possesses UFO materials of a non-human origin. And why doesn't the government come clean about what they know? Are we alone in this universe or not? And why doesn't the government come clean about what they know? Are we alone in this universe or not?
I was warned by a CIA guy in 1991. He said, if you tell the whole story here, the truth, it will discredit you because it's more bizarre than the fiction they're selling to the public.
The study of UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters has long fascinated researchers, scientists, and mystics alike. While traditional interpretations suggest that these entities and their craft originate from distant planets, an alternative hypothesis suggests that they may be manifestations of the human collective subconscious. UFOs and alien encounters may not be external visitors, but interdimensional entities responding to human consciousness, potentially catalyzed by mass ritualistic practices through media and entertainment. Carl Jung, the renowned psychoanalyst, introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a reservoir of shared human experiences and archetypes that shape our perceptions and myths. In his book Flying Saucers, A Modern Myth of Things Seen in the Sky in 1958, Jung suggested that UFOs could be symbolic projections of inner psychological processes, appearing as a response to deep-seated anxieties and existential uncertainties. According to Jung, UFO sightings and abduction experiences may function similarly to religious visions, serving as a psychological compensation mechanism for humanity's search for meaning.
You know, there are these peculiar faculties of the psyche, that it isn't entirely confined to space and time. You can have dreams or visions of the future. Now, these facts show that the psyche, in part at least, is not dependent upon these confinements. When the psyche is not under that obligation to live in time and space alone, and obviously it doesn't, then to that extent the psyche is not submitted to those laws. Continuation of life, of a sort of psychical existence beyond time and space.
Jacques, a leading ufologist and computer scientist, expanded upon Jung's ideas, proposing that UFOs are not merely extraterrestrial spacecraft, but part of a control system that interacts with human consciousness. He argued that these phenomena could represent an interdimensional intelligence that adapts its manifestations according to cultural expectations, while the traditional extraterrestrial hypothesis suggests that UFOs originate from distant planets. A growing number of researchers propose an interdimensional perspective, and others have theorized that these entities exist in a parallel reality, capable of interacting with human perception in ways that defy conventional physics.
He's the Las Vegas man who claims he can summon UFOs on command. Pretty wild. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Dellastreto to get the real story. But what he found shocked everyone and could leave you wondering, are UFOs real?
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs.
These beings are here. They're here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location.
Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts. Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think? I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now. So we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I can come in straight up.
Oh, brothers, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story. I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright. I can't believe it. It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us. It's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back. And I'm still not quite sure what those things were now. Not quite sure what those things were now.
Stephen Greer, in Hidden Truth, Forbidden Knowledge, 2006, argues that consciousness itself plays a crucial role in contact with these beings. Greer's CE25 initiative, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, is based on the premise that meditative practices and focused intention can summon UFOs, suggesting that human consciousness acts as a bridge to these interdimensional intelligences. This idea resonates with Jung's assertion that UFOs might be psychic projections with a physical aspect.
The whole universe is actually folded within every single conscious being. It's like a quantum hologram. But if you look at it, every single sentient being in the cosmos has folded within the structure, the entirety of the cosmos, everything. Within these deep, quiet, meditative states, you can obtain knowledge, see places, know things, communicate. Because in reality, it's always there. You just have to get into a quiet state of consciousness where it opens to you.
Let's talk about your podcast, Kesha and the Creepies.
I'm really into spiritual things and like the supernatural, and I'm just like, I would call myself a spiritual explorer. There are a couple books she mentioned and an app she mentioned that I immediately downloaded, and I made my family for Christmas. I was like, all I want for Christmas is us all to meditate and try to channel extraterrestrials. And they're like, okay. So I'm like trying to get all my friends and family into meditating the aliens to us. That's my new hobby because of Demi Lovato.
So I was like, all I want for Christmas is us all to meditate and try to channel extraterrestrials. And they're like, okay. So
we're going to talk to you about the most urgent thing that is on our mind, and what we suspect is the most urgent thing on the minds of those who will connect with us. We'll title this tape Planet Earth About to be Recycled. Your only chance to evacuate is to leave with us. Planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave with us.
Your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave with us.
One of the most controversial yet compelling aspects of this discussion is the potential role of ritual magic shaping the UFO phenomena. Occult traditions have long asserted that rituals and symbolic acts can influence reality by tapping into the subconscious and higher planes of existence. Mass audiences are continuously exposed to imagery of extraterrestrials, interdimensional travel, and apocalyptic narratives. The repetitive reinforcement of these motifs may serve as a form of ritual magic on a collective scale, embedding archetypal images into the subconscious and potentially invoking these phenomena into perceived reality. The modern UFO mythos could be part of a sophisticated social conditioning program, reinforcing specific belief systems about extraterrestrial visitation.
Yeah?
And then we saw something shining. And we saw two people. They were in black, tight black suit. And they had big eyes.
And all I saw was something like silver coming down.
Where the spaceship had landed, all the insects and ants and stuff like that were all dead, and there was a huge black mark there.
But my dad didn't believe anything I said. Anything. I drew it on a paper and I said, Daddy, this is what it looked like. And then he drew it well and he said, Michael, I think you're telling the truth now.
You have nightmares about it?
Yes, I used to, but then after about a year, I stopped dreaming about it.
Mm-hmm.
I dreamt that the same one I saw without hair, he came into my bedroom and he took me from my bed.
Some people say that people are saying that the aliens came to warn us when something's going to happen, that something bad is going to happen to the earth.
The UFO and alien phenomenon, when examined through the lens of psychology and interdimensional theory, suggests that these encounters may be far more complex than mere sightings of extraterrestrial craft. Rather, they appear to be intimately linked with human consciousness and the collective subconscious, acting as a form of psychological projection or interaction with an external intelligence that responds to our expectations.
Skeptics claim that abduction stories are the product of a child's active imagination, but Bud Hopkins has developed an elaborate system of tests to prove these skeptics wrong.
I developed the Hopkins image recognition test a number of years ago because I felt that a projective test based on simple images and checking the child's response would be a very viable way of looking into their experiences. So I show these children first Santa Claus, and we go through Batman and clowns and police and so on. When we come to the alien out of 10 pictures, which is very neutral, we just listen to what the child says, how the child responds. I have seen a child absolutely fold up in tears, hide herself in her father's lap crying, "I don't want that man in my dreams. That's the man who takes me away."
If these encounters are the results of some bizarre alien experiment, why are our children being targeted? And when these children grow up, how will the experiment be concluded? All we and they can do is wait.